Then, handing them his royal signet, he said,
"Don't you know how to knock, Flemwad?"
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Awesome news guys, we've got a free new daily login champion, Rathalos Chase. This guy looks amazing. Rathalos the Blademaster. Aesthetic wise, he looks like a Bannerlord, got jiggy with a samurai, got jiggy with a dragon, got jiggy with a lizardman, and yeah, really cool aesthetic. Really do like this guy. Let's pop the game onto full screen. We know we're going to get him in 7 days. Of course, for this account in particular, he's going to be big. I think he's potentially going to be big for quite a lot of accounts. Yeah, awesome looking champ. So let's just pick him up in the index. Now, I've got a series on No Luck Raid where I have to pull champions twice. The only champions I'm allowed to use are freebies, so daily logins, champions like this guy. It's going to be a massive help for me on this new account. The $1 a day just buying the gem pack series is going to be huge for that. And even I think for endgame players, we'll have to see how hard he hits once he's built. But he does look like he's going to be a pretty cool champ. So regardless of where your account is, I think he's going to be helpful. He is Force Affinity attack based. His A1 has got a 50% chance of placing the big version of decreased defense for 2 turns, which is nice. If the target is a boss, this debuff cannot be resisted, so you can build him completely without accuracy. Why do I say that? Well, it's unlikely you can have much use for a single target defense down. Now, you can book this up to 65%, 70 with sniper. You know, books of course would be helpful, but ultimately the rest of his kit doesn't need accuracy, so I think it's going to be quite nice to not build him with accuracy, get drop defense in other areas of the game. If he's not fighting a boss, get somebody else who does drop defense, and you can really save yourself a stat, and then you can pump up his stats to make him hit a lot harder. His A2, it is a single target. It ignores 25% of the defense. If it's a boss, it'll ignore 100% of the defense. That's huge. That's going to smack. Obviously, a lot of bosses have got a lot of defense. Every second use of this skill in a round will attack all enemies. So an AoE, ignoring 100% defense on the second use. So Arena, you'd have to roll around to this twice. But in something like Hydra, you're going to be using this lots of times throughout the fight, an AoE that drops defense. For Hydra, maybe there's an argument that you want to get him to do the drop defense, but again, you tend to try and take an AoE player, AoE champion who does that for you. His A3 is an AoE. Before attacking, 30% crit damage, which pumps up his damage a lot, and increased speed on himself for 2 turns. You can book this down to a 3-turn cooldown. You can book the A2 down to a 3-turn cooldown as well. So he's got he's got 1 AoE, a half an AoE, and a single target. His passive, he does 50% more damage against targets under HP burn. So for Hydra, obviously that's going to be huge. AoE HP burn out. Then you hit with your A2 on the second go round, ignoring 100% defense. With the extra damage, that's going to go nuts. Every 5th use of the skill deals 200% more damage. That is insane. So there will be some kind of setup that you'll be able to do again in Hydra, whereby you get AoE HP burn out, you get 5th skill used. So I don't know, maybe he does this one 1, 2, 3, and then he's used this one twice, 4, 5, and the 5th use of his A2 will ignore 100% defense with extra damage against HP burn with 200% increased damage. He's also got an attack aura 30% in dungeons. I think this guy looks like a lot of fun. I think he's going to be an excellent damage dealer in Hydra. Clan Boss, I think he's also going to do pretty well. He then, provided you pair him with an HP burner, will deal 50% more damage. Of course, he does receive less damage from enemies under HP burn, so that might make him a little easier to keep alive. And then his skills will roll round. And then on the 5th use of this, ignore defense, 200% extra damage. Could be a lot of fun. His stats: HP 16,000 is a little bit low, attack 1400 is high, defense 1000, that's not too bad, speed 105 is really nice, crit damage 63, res 30, crit rate 15. This guy is going to be a lot of fun, I think, because I'm sure he's going to hit hard and pump out a lot of damage, so that is nice. We've also got quite a few other things happening in game at the moment. You've probably noticed we've got a fusion warm-up event, so that means we do have a fusion coming around the corner, which is always a good time. I'm skipping it on the $1 a day account. I do not have any shards, so I just won't be able to do it. Prism crystals will be nice because we do also have a summon pool here with a load of champs in. Of particular interest, I think, for any kind of newer player is going to be trying to get a copy of Geomancer. Probably the best epic in the game, certainly a legendary level epic. And the thing I like about the Prism Crystals as well is you can just simply get a Void. I got Inquisitor Shemael on my main account, so you could get yourself a Sylar if you're a new player. She's really handy epic, really good. And then other than that, Annex is a really good epic for Clan Boss, does loads of damage. We've just pulled him on this account. I'm looking forward to building him fairly soon. We've got Duck the Pierced, again, amazing epic, one of the top tier guys, because he does decreased attack and defense, kind of like Stag Knight. He's also got control in his kit with Provoke, so some really nice epic champs. If you do get lucky, there's a bunch of legendaries that you can get. Gwendolyn the Silent, if you didn't manage to get her out of the guaranteed event, she looks like a really fun champ, hits really hard. We've got Lady Kimmy, who is an incredible champion. Doom Tower, 30% speed. We've just got buff removal. We've got AoE, decreased attack, decreased accuracy, decreased speed. Sorry. Yeah, we've got lots of good champs. Herndig, previous fusion, smacks quite hard. Pretty good champ. Ultimately, there's a lot of good champions in this pool. So if you can get yourself some Prism Shards, I would try and do so. They're quite clever with these things though. These events always come around just before a fusion to try and empty your resources, so of course it's always a bit of resource management. We also in the game as well have got 10, 15, 20, 25x chances of pulling the components that we need for the fusion for Lady Mikage, who knows. Anyway, your first mythic champion basically. Obviously on this new account I'm not particularly progressed along with it. It's going to take a long time. On my main account I've got this guy here, I've got one of the epics here, and I think that's it. So I'm probably not going to pull shards. I'm not that fussed about getting a mythic champion personally. I've got very few mythic books. This will happen eventually over time. I'm going to sit on my shards, I think, on my main. But again, if you're really close to getting this fusion done, maybe you just need one epic, something like that, then it might well be worth getting it. And then, of course, you can get all your champion points for fusing these champions, fusing your mythic, so on and so forth. So absolutely tons going on in the game. I've been trying to finish off all the champion training stuff because I know I'm not going for the fusion. I've put all my resources into this that will grab the Void and the Lego book. On my main account I didn't get quite as far with the champion training because again we're saving up for the fusion. But yeah, always great to get a free champion. Always nice when they've got quite a good kit. Is he going to be as useful as previous ones? Now that I'm not sure, because Sun Wukong is just amazing. Ultimate Death Knight is amazing. That Orc guy with the AoE HP burn is amazing. We've had really good login champs lately. How hard he hits will pretty much be the determining factor, but I think there's an argument he is going to be really good because I just see him basically as a Hydra champ, damage dealer, and if he slaps the Hydra about, then that is going to be of great benefit to most people, I think. But yeah, looks like a lot of fun. I've been the Filthy Casual, guys. Take it easy. Peace.